And ours is all one piece. Okay.
Yeah. So usually just a stitch this way or this way, depending on where you're doing the tailor tack. This is for the buttonhole placement, so I would rather do it this way. Super easy.
Oh, that's just it?
That's it. And leave a tail. And how we're gonna use that tail is, you see how easy it is for me to just remove the pattern and drop the needle. Right, so my pattern is pieces separated.
Let's see, okay.
See, this needed no facts, no color, none of that. Your dart is marked. Easy enough?
Yes.
And more efficient. And then my fabric was facing right sides together, so I'm gonna fold my fabric this way. Right here is my tack. Right here, usually fisheye darts, for example, are on straight line. So when I do this, these should match up. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and...
Do you ever iron yours before you sew it, or you just sew it?
I usually don't.
It wouldn't hurt though.
That's the other mistake we do. We over iron our fabrics.
I think.
Right? And then to make sure that it is matching up, I will just kind of do this. And if it's not,
Keep working till you
keep working till you have that right matching. And now I should be able to sew my dart from here to here to here. And that's it, okay? All right, so what are the do's and don'ts when it comes to darts?
Don't back
Don't
tack.
back tack at the
Don't
dark
back tack.
point.
You tie a knot on both ends.
At any
At all?
Katie, there's a pin right there. Oh,
You
got it.
don't back stitch them at all?
At the bust, you don't. You tie
At the
knots.
bust you don't. You
At the
tie
waist- at the waist you
knots.
say maybe at
Always?
No,
And
and when the
the part
dart
that's showing,
comes from
you
here
don't.
to here.
But the part, if
and
it's in the
backstitch
seam,
here,
you
but
do.
here you have to tie it. You have to tie it in a knot.
How easy that is.
pretty easy.
Is it? I hate it. I will do that on silk and chiffon, but I
You're a back
would
tacker.
not spend that time on any other fabric, all right? It's not gonna work on denim for sure. That little tiny knot is not gonna work on denim. So on your shirt, since we are working on cotton, sorry, I will show you a trick, all right? Now, what are the other don'ts for darts?
Don't press it to the outer edge, press it toward the center.
Towards the center.
Center or
So
down.
if this is the dart, let's say, do you kind of want to curve it out just a tiny bit? Just to kind of like make sure. What if you curve it in just a tiny bit? No?
Better that way than the other way.
It's better to have it other ways? All right.
That way we curve.
So I'm
towards
gonna
you.
do 3 samples. Keep
Okay.
it straight, curve it this way and curve it that way.
One of those you're gonna get a little.
Here's my
Oh.
trick.
Okay.
When you start the dart, lower down your stitch length to 1.5 or 2.
Oh. So you're not back tacking, but you're making tiny stitches.
So you
Huh?
start
So
at the
I'm
dart
making
point.
very tiny stitches.
Oh, that'll
What
work.
is it?
You start at the dart point,
Yeah,
and you like it because you can be accurately at the point.
exactly.
It's like,
Because Diane
Ah,
did it
see
the
back
other
there.
way, but I know in
Once
construction
you're done-
when we did it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
once you have like about 3/4 of an inch or anywhere from half an inch to an inch, you will develop your own skill for that. You can go ahead and just do your regular stitch length, 2.5 usually, and then continue with sewing your dart. Do you have any idea how much time and frustration you saved from doing that little tiny knot? Pass it around.
I've been doing that since I was 12.
No, really seriously though, that technique is great, but it doesn't work for every fabric.
Yeah, I do back tack sometimes. So
All right, so this time I'm gonna go ahead and curve it out just slight bit, and then I'll show you the difference in shapes.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna go the other way. And if it's hard for you, you can always hold on the back lever and then just use the hand wheel.
Always towards you, right?
It depends on the machine.
And you have one of those backwards too? We just thought all bobbins went counterclockwise.
Do you think that works?
I don't know. Open up and find out.
Yeah, the back stitching at the
first
dart,
one,
right?
yeah, that's
So if you do the dart this way, it will have a really weird point. Well, what way? When you have like the curve going out, away from the dart fold. It will have a really weird point.
This extra curve and
It will look weird because it all of a sudden, you know, have too much fullness taken into it.
But
Right.
if that's stylized into the design of the garment, a very defined breast point line, that would
yeah,
be
Madonna would like
okay.
that, huh?
In that case, you will have your dart wider, but you will still work with the dart tip the same way. Because you don't want your dart tip to have like a little point and it look the Madonna way, maybe even not that. So this, when you have the dart zone just slightly curved in to the fold, see how, do you see the difference?
Yes.
Do you want a ham so you can lay it on top of it?
What is it?
A ham?
Yeah. Karen, can I see that real quick? And that's the straight one. What do you think?
We have to do it the
You
right
like this
way.
one? This one. So in case you need more fullness, you can go straight, and if you want more smooth, you know, fitting or the curve, you can curve it in just a slight bit, but I would never go out and make the dart like that.
As long as
And
you do it right.
the reason I watched a woman from New York, I can't remember her name, she's a famous designer. She says she starts from the pit joint. It's like backing into a space with a car. You're always careful when you're back, like pulling. You're always careful when you start it off. You're careful, and then you go. So if you start off over here, then you kind of, you know.
That's up to you, because on fisheye dart, we're gonna have to, you know, start at the point and finish at the point, right? So regardless, that's up to you. It works better for me if I started here, right? It might work better for you if you started here, if that's how your hand and your mind and your coordination works.
Well,
So
that's how we
there's,
were taught,
I
right?
would say there's no hard and fast rule as long you followed your marks and you did it accurately.
In your way, you actually got it right on the point when you start, so you know you got it right.
Right.
The other way, sometimes you, oops, oh shit, you missed it by a little bit.
I thought I remembered
Exactly.
it wrong.
It's too long.
But there's just two different ways to do it here.
Just go slowly.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the fisheye dart.
Start from the edge.
So this is what I do. Right? My pin was right here. I start with needle down. And I would lay it right here. You see how strategically I used my pin and the edge of the fabric to kind of like just kind of like create that corner that's aligned to the needle, right? And now I'm ready to take the pin out. My fabric is placed where it needed to be placed. Don't forget to lower your stitch length.
I've only used that machine once and it's really hard for me to get that slower speed. You got away with for me.
I'll take the pin out because the tack is still there. And now I'm gonna sew in a straight line all the way up to here. When you're almost about 3/4 of an inch away from your tack,
Shorten your stitch length again.
shorten your stitch length. It gives you a little bit more control. Shorter stitch length gives you more control on your
Almost like
machine and your stitching it full.
Perfect. Perfect.
Right?
Is good. And then we iron that towards the center and we're all done.
And now I can take my tacks off. I'm ready to press these. And
Bumping you.
Good job. And then there's that, yeah.
I can always take a pin and then pull it from the other side.
Remember on your fashion fabric to never use the wrong color thread. Because I made a skirt and I was like, oh, it'll be really easy to take out the basting if I use black basting thread on this white ribbon. No.
That's called learning the hard way, right?
So that is how you will sew your dart.
Very good.
It's just the white
You want
thread.
things is to be followed like themselves, right? Why is it important?
If it's not
But the next time you use it, you know what it
when
is.
you try to match up both sides, then you're not going to be able to match them up.
Right, but why is it important to have clean communication?
So that when you go
On
to
your
use
pen.
it again, you'll know what the heck you're doing.
You don't just read it.
Absolutely. Another reason?
So someone else can follow it.
Someone else can.
Exactly. This is a communication. It's a language I'm leaving on my pattern. Usually in the industry, you're not sewing your own pattern. You're not the pattern maker and the sample maker and the garment maker, right? You made the pattern and now you're ready to give it to somebody else. And that person should be able to cut the fabric without having to call you 10 times. What is this? What is that? Your pattern should have it all, right? So that's how your pattern should look. And then when it comes to tailor tacks, you usually want to do for darts, you're going to be following this line. So develop an eye and skill for being able to sew without, once again, overpinning it, all right, or overdoing it. So I have a tack here.
How do you do it, tailor tack?
So how do you do a tailor tack? Good question. Can you, do you have a hand sewing needle?
Kind of like a basting, only one spot.
It's kind of like doing a running stitch
Okay.
and then leaving the tail. I'll show you.